Hi everyone, it's Kismet YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a 12-point loss against Fremantle. If you're returning Magpies, welcome. And if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the channel, like, comment and subscribe. Means a lot to me. Working my way up to 100 subs. Much appreciated. Now, how I do this, I go through the game, and I'll talk about some players I thought that stepped up as well. And when I do my play range videos, I rate them out of 10. So, what a cracking game of footy end up seeing. We played pretty good. I thought our best is very good. Definitely a top 8 team, type of footy that we can definitely play. I just don't know where we're at now. Comes down to it. Look, realistically, I'll go through it, right? Our best quarter was our third and fourth quarter, right? So 2 halves. No. We played a half footy, right? Now, the first quarter we kicked 2-2 to 3-1. To 3-3. In that first quarter, we were dominating, and we should have kicked us at least 2 or 3 goals. If not, like 1 or 2 more, you certainly put the heat on Fremantle, and you got them on the back foot early. I think that's what we have to do. We came out like we need to. I thought that, really didn't think we had them at some point, but we had them on the ropes. Just thought we didn't get the job done. So that's what sort of pisses me off to the point where we should have nailed them chances early. Mason Cox, and I'll talk about him, had a chance, realistically, to have a shot. Didn't. He missed a couple, but just thought that first quarter we really should have put them away. Second quarter, they came out firing 4-2 to 2-2. Second quarter cost us right there, guys. It's as simple as that. First quarter we were competitive. Anything but that. Second quarter really let us down. Then the third. 3-1 to 3-2. Close game. Really close. We're 18 points down at that point. I think they might have kicked a goal, but we came back pretty hard. So in that last quarter, that fucking free kick pissed me off. Right, this is what fucking pisses me off. How the fuck Ryan Henry, can get a fucking free kick for front-on contact, and yet he pushed Maynard. Forget that it's Collingwood. If it's anybody else, that should be a free kick to the team. They got infringed. Maynard pulled up. Right. You let us stand there and pull up and let him mark it. Because if he cannon into him, naturally, that is a free kick. Yes, I agree with that decision. That would have been a free kick if that was the fucking case, but it wasn't. That cost us a goal, right? And that, we had momentum in that last quarter. Where the fuck is these consistencies? And people are going to say, oh, you know, who cares? It happened to Collingwood. Yeah, no, go fuck yourselves if that's the case. Because if that was any other team, it'd be like, yeah, that should have been paid. And as much as our skills at times, our turnovers, just not hitting targets again costs us goals. But the crucial calls that, like, again, like, I'm critical when we turn the ball over. It's like, oh, fuck. No, we should be better than that. But to say, that the umpires, look, it's a difficult job. I know they do their best, but at times where I think something needs to be done, they need to be held accountable. Look, it's great when the AFL comes out and they admit that they got that one wrong. But how many is too much when we can go, okay, we're going to review that decision. No, we can go, okay, we looked at the vision, that's a free kick to Collingwood because he pushed him out. Where are we going to get to the point where, like in the NBA, they can hold up play for certain calls? So I think it's going to come down to that. The holding the ball decisions. So it is going to be tough. But it is what it is. It is. I think in the end, skills hurt us more than anything. But we have to be brave. Alright. Robert Harvey's first game as coach. I did pencil this as a win, naturally, because, like, okay, this is something that we can build on to the second half of the season. I think we'll win 4 games. I still think we can win 4 games. I'm not delusional or what that could be. The game plan had, well, obviously, Bucks' imprint on there and trying to be more attacking. I still think defensively we have to be better with that as much as possible, because I feel like with Fremantle, we got to keep them at 80 points. Under 80 points is a huge bonus, because in that case, you know, we can't afford to allow shootouts in games, and I think that's one thing that we'll look at and go, right, this is what we need to work on. So the plan is now we have to attack, and until we start playing consistent footy, we can start looking at the opportunities of playing really good footy at the back end. Got St Kilda, who decided to show up. Well, let's be honest, they decided to show up against Richmond. They're an inconsistent team. They're not that good. Still don't rate them. I think winning the finals is different because it's a shorter season. Anything longer and longer quarters, it's called 4 quarters. So I still think there's been improvement in that as much as possible. So I'll go through the positives as well on top of that. Our first quarter dominance to put that scoreboard pressure on. Our third quarter and our fourth quarter. So that's another couple positives in that. Brody Maynard, a good positive, 27 disposals, 8 marks. Brody Grundy, 27 hits, 22 disposals, and a couple of goals. And on top of that, 33 disposals and 6 tackles for Taylor Adams. Another positive for that. Will Hoskin-Elliott, that's another positive. Josh Thomas is another positive. They can definitely hit the scoreboard really well. Trent Bianco is another positive because he kicked a goal as well. And I have to say, Darcy Cameron's another positive. Stepped up and kicked a couple goals as well. Just really look lucky now that, you know, we're finally starting to get better as a team. But our ball movement is a positive because the way that we're able to attack and take the game on, which was good. Our pressure was really good as well. That's another positive. Other than that, just to be able to fight out the game, like knowing, okay, we've got nothing to lose. We're trying our heart out to come out in that last quarter. I think that's another positive when you can fight until the end. And we're the team that you're not going to put us away. You're going to have to really put us away early on so we can't get that comeback. So the way that we fought out and try to play 4 quarters, I think that is a positive. But we need to put in that effort week in, week out, I think, to be a successful team as much as possible, because our best, and we had our worst as well, and I'll go through the negatives as well on top of that, but just feeling that we're almost getting there, and it feels like doing a match day vlog. I'm hoping to be there against St Kilda. Until then, we just never know. Now, the negatives. Okay, second quarter. A negative. The last quarter when they kick 4-1, it's a negative. Brandon Maynard giving away a 50-minute penalty. Look, that is a negative because I would have gone off too at that decision. But when are we going? We're going to have to be better. Simple as that. So I think now that playing this type of game plan, we can afford to play one-on-one footy. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to start doing that and playing decent footy. Now we just got to keep going until we do. Our skills at times, our turnovers cost us. That's another negative as well. Just when we probably, like Rufford always wants to go short all the time. So I want to try and kick the ball long down the line, like and try and get one of our tools to mark it. John Noble, it's a negative. He did not want that ball today. On Saturday, I should say. He misjudged a couple of them. Some of our guys, like when we're going to pressure, it's okay to crap, but start going at the hips, because the more you go at the hips, and you know they're going to step inside, you're going to have to take the advantage of, okay, if I'm going to play like this, I'm going to attack the left side. Like, we know the team's going to go through the corridor. We just need to make sure that we force them to go long down the line. Simple as that. So, we can't afford to misjudge the ball. We got to make sure that sometimes we hold the ball in, we're under pressure and we can concede a rush behind when we should. As simple as that. But other than that, look, I think that there were probably more positives than there were negatives. I think John Noble, look, I love him. I really do. He didn't play good. Mason Cox didn't play well. It's another negative. But what I want, and what I sense that when he had the shots, like, no, it's not like a negative, like, because you can take a few marks, but the way he just slipped over at times at crucial stages, like he's tall, shouldn't be able to slip over like that, shouldn't be able to be outmarked. He should be looking to use his strength more and beat and play with that aggression. Oh, you're not going to and play that aggression like you're not going to outmark me. You're not going to outmark me every time. I'm going to take the marks. I'll make sure I bring the ball to ground so we have the crumbers around as well. So we just have to make sure that the pressure builds onto this team and we can play decent footy. So that's what we should be aiming for. That's what the fuck that we should be doing at all times. And when we're going to show consistency of performances, our performance is going to be, somewhat in a high intensity when we do play each game. But other than that, like it's good that some of our players have stepped up and really played well. Will Hoskinelli, Josh Thomas, Jamie Elliott, I thought played real well. It's another positive on top of that. Darcy Cameron, I thought my check as well. Need to kick a couple, I think. But he had Bob McCreary on in that first quarter. I think the first minute of the game, 30 seconds a minute into that game, and just think he should have just gave that kick out to McCreary. That would have been a mark. Even if it wasn't 15, you can somehow kick a goal in that situation. Other than that, you take that sometimes. Went for the banana, missed. And that's what, and looking back and watching that, fucking get you rolled up. Definitely does. It's as much as anything, because you gotta show something. So the rating out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, I think, out of that performance. I still think we need to improve a little bit more and get our ball movement right. Other than that, I feel like we need to keep going and just show that level of consistency. Our skills at times were poor. I could have gave us an 8. Well, we always had effort, but sometimes it's the way we execute at times were poor. So I do have this thing of not everything's going to be so perfect, but at times you can't afford to make crucial mistakes at crucial times of the game. So until then, I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment and subscribe. Till next time, go the Mighty Pies. Until then, see ya.